tonight. This is a bit of a marquee event. The All-Star Junior Tournament matchups that you will see. The main event of our show here tonight will be the finals of this tournament. And right here is a young man I have been so damn impressed by. We've seen him a lot in Impact. He's made a huge impression here in New Japan, both in the junior heavyweight tag team scene with his partner Kushida, as well as on his own. Kevin Knight, one of the most gifted natural athletes I've ever seen enter a pro wrestling ring, looking to tear it up.
Kevin Knight!
Matt, I've seen Kevin Knight almost from the ground up from the LA dojo, but I believe it was last week or just a couple of weeks ago, I saw a great bout between he and Moose on Impact.
Taking it to the former Impact World Heavyweight Champion, pushing to his limit. Looks to do the same here tonight, I have no doubt.
He's got quite the challenge on his hands. Kevin Knight, who went the straight and narrow from the LA dojo onto the excursion. He's facing a man that said he did not get the opportunities that were promised to men like Jay White. He did not get the opportunities that were afforded over the years to men like Shinsuke Nakamura, Hiroshi Tanahashi, other men that came through the dojo. So he was going to find a way to take it. And now a member of Bullet Club War Dogs Beta, Clark Connors, 100 proof, the Wild Rhino, call him whatever you want. This is just a angry young man.
Whether or not you agree with Clark's arguments as you laid them out, Ian, it's hard to argue with that IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag title that he holds in his hand.
That's right. The minute he made that change of attitude, the minute he made that decision in his mind, the minute those black and white colors draped across his shoulders, it's kind of funny. The success starts coming, the notoriety starts coming, and baby, clearly the gold started coming, courtesy of the BC for life. And great call by David Finlay to recruit him.
And I'll tell you what, it gets under my skin. It was here in Philadelphia when the new attitude became fully apparent. This is a man who's been to my home, who knows my children, who's had meals with myself, my wife, my family. I never thought I would see this dark side of Clark Connors. And the goal to take credit not only for Bullet Club War Dogs, which has been astronomically successful, but also to take credit for Bullet Club Gold and AEW. It's crazy. Clark Connors has nothing to do with that. And he is stepping up to the plate saying, yeah, it's me and David Finlay, and it's me and Dano. It's crazy.
You're talking about a guy, though, who was kind of held down, in my opinion, and in many people's opinion, his own, most importantly, for a long time. Wasn't seen as the golden boy that so many of these other men were. So he took that fate into his own hands, and he made gold out of it.
Whoa!
Whoa! Big pump kick there. It's Knight swinging a miss from Connors. Ooh! Nice big right hands. Beta, you gotta love what Kevin Knight brings to the ring.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Clark Connors and what he feels that he is owed or not owed, let's talk about Kevin Knight, who has gone on the complete opposite path, rising through the ranks of former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champion himself with Kushida, who was a hell of a mentor.
Yeah. And taking the advice like a sponge and being willing to listen, being willing to learn. And just kind of the more traditional route many athletes take when they go through the dojo system. Beautiful shoulder tackle from the former college football player. Oh!
And there are those hops from Knight.
Cover. 2. Kevin Knight gets a 2 count.
There's a reason they call this young man the Jet. He's got rockets in those boots. And that was just the beginning.
As we continue to feature junior talent.
Oh!
Again, that is what we were talking about. Clark Connors, that is not something we would have seen out of Clark Connors before this alliance with David Finlay.
And look at the ring awareness here. And
oh!
That's the Jeep flip if I've ever seen one. Tossing Kevin Knight right into the ropes. Good night, Knight.
As we continue to talk about junior heavyweight talent, and we keep coming back to Best of Super Junior tournament. Both Connors and Kevin Knight participated this past year, and it was Clark Connors who beat Kevin Knight on the first night of the tournament. They've wrestled one other time before in singles competition, and Connors won then as well.
But it's interesting because, Matt, it's been Kevin Knight who as of late has been more focused on singles competition. Clark Connors has formed a magnificent team with Bullet Club War Dogs and the junior heavyweight tag titles.
Absolutely. But right here, this is a singles tournament. This is all about mano a mano as Kevin Knight tossed right out in the front row, courtesy of Clark Connors.
And Connors now, look, oh my goodness, those additional chairs. We've had to add chairs here tonight because of the ticket demand as the 2300 arena, absolutely, oh goodness. He's got that junior heavyweight tag team, but just don't touch Gekuochi-kun on the outside, please.
I mean, I feel like he can handle himself.
Gekuochi-kun or Kevin Knight?
Gekuochi-kun and Kevin Knight also.
Okay, ringside attendant was able to get that championship belt away from Connors, but still able to snap off that suplex right here. Those are pretty thin mats, folks, if you're wondering at home, and the rest of that is all concrete.
That is,
this is an up close and personal view of the floor here at the arena.
That is blood-stained, well, a 30-year legacy.
A lot of history in that concrete.
Everyone from Don Morocco through Raven the Sandman, all the way up through Ring of Honor, Impact, you name it.
5.
And now New Japan.
6.
The blood of Fred Rosser lies on this floor.
7.
The night he captured
8.
the New Japan Strong Championship.
9.
As there is a 20 count here in New Japan.
And Clark Connors more than happy to take a win, move on in this tournament via countout.
Certainly. I mean, they had the benefit of being in the first match. If you can win and win quick and win early.
Extra recovery time.
Absolutely.
16.
As Kevin Knight
17.
back to his feet. He's got 3 seconds, makes it back in.
But even in this matchup right here, recovery time there. Clark Connors is that. He had that whole 20 seconds to catch his breath, to get himself ready mentally, physically. The advantage is firmly in the corner of the Wild Rhino right now.
And I don't know if it's Mahoney, I don't know if it's Finley, I don't know if it's backdoor communication with Juice Robinson and Jay White, whatever that situation is. To me, Clark Connors has really taken a leap since joining Bullet Club, and it's that ring awareness and ring smarts that he's really has on display here tonight, Beta.
Yeah, he's managed to sort of tame these wilder tendencies that he's able to unleash with that added bit of aggression. But you're right, there's a focus there, there's a deliberation that is very calculated. That to me does feel like David Finlay.
And that's a great way to put it. I mean, he called himself for so long the Wild Rhino for a very particular reason. He had that almost untamed, unchained energy that would explode in his matchups, but it didn't get him the success he wanted. Now, underneath the reign of Bullet Club and his brethren, he's able to take that energy, all of that, and focus it in to exactly what it needs to be. And so far, if you ask me, so good.
And Kevin Knight just writhing and reeling in pain here. The winner goes on to our main event, the finals. As a nice half Nelson stretch into a full Nelson, trapping the leg, forcing additional movement from the obliques and the glutes to get out of this. Great submission play here by Connors.
Well, and the fans here in the arena firmly behind Kevin Knight. I'm certain that many of the same people that are here in the crowd tonight were here with us, Ian, when Clark Connors showed his true colors.
Absolutely.
In Philadelphia.
Guarantee that. That was the night the All-Star Junior Festival was announced, in fact, as the back elbow swing and a miss.
Oh my God!
Small margin for error, but I don't think Connors would have minded one bit if there was permanent injury.
Not. I mean, you saw Kevin Knight got turned inside out there, but came within millimeters of having his neck just crunch into that mat. Either way, bad news for Knight.
And there would have been no remorse from Clark Connors whatsoever. And, oh, look at Connors just toying.
He's got the advantage. Like a lion toying with its prey before the kill.
Oh.
Kevin Knight finally back up on his feet.
Ooh! Wow! Ooh! And that might have just woke Kevin Knight up. Oh, baby!
Oh, right. The left block. The southpaw stunted by Knight. Unloading with right. Ooh, shot to the midsection. Irish whip now reversed by Knight. It's Connors on the drop kick.
Oh!
What did I tell you? We have liftoff.
Kevin Knight, though, a little bit slower on the recovery time than we're used to seeing, but now has a few moments to gather himself.
And Kevin Knight, stinger splash into the blue corner. Kick to the midsection, European uppercuts.
There's the opportunity to really turn things around. It has been all Connors the last several minutes. It is now time for Knight to turn things around here. Boom!
Stalling clothesline.
Connors on the back foot. Oh, beautiful sky high.
Cover here. 2, could it be? Oh, goodness.
Connors almost hit the cheesesteak back there.
We were talking about the Monster Factor earlier. D'Lo Brown perfected that move, but Kevin Knight's looked just as pretty.
And now it is Connors who's struggling to recover, get back on the right foot, and looking for that spike DDT.
Oh, Connors, though, had it scouted.
Springboard.
Oh my God!
Driven down into the mat.
Great timing from Connors there, catching Knight out of midair. Nasty landing high on the shoulders and neck there maybe for Knight, who looks like he is out center of the ring.
Snatched out of the sky. Clark Connors, though, happy to capitalize.
Connors with a front face lock here. Maybe looking for trophy kill. Instead, it's a big sweeping kick from Knight. And another to the chest. It's Knight. Pump kick, nobody home. Ooh! Big left from the southpaw. Looking for the Jeep flip again. No one home. This time, Knight.
Go!
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Cover here. Could it be? Hooks the outside leg.
Move on.
Knight's going to the second. Oh! Just a 2 count. Of course, awaiting on the other side of the bracket, the winner of Francesco Akira, Speedball Mike Bailey. We know that Connors and Akira, no love lost for one another. They would certainly love to meet in the finals. Knight trying to play spoiler in what would be one of the biggest wins of his career. Can he get past Connors here? Ooh!
Scooped up Connors, put him on the top rope.
And saying it's time! Oh!
I think Knight was looking for that leaping Hurricane Rana off the rope there. What a collision.
Oh, wait a minute. Inside
Look
cradle.
Look out.
1, 2, and oh, Kevin Knight gets 2. Knight gets 2. It's Connors back to his feet first. It's Knight.
Still going.
Crucifix. 1, 2. 2 count only. Knight trying to trap
again.
Connors. He got him. 1, 2, and 2 count there. It's Connors trapped again. Knight. 2, 3. He got him. And what a win! That validates the system, validates the process. Some may consider it an upset beta, but Kevin Knight has got a signature win and is now 1 victory away from walking out the winner of our tournament here tonight in our All-Star Junior Festival.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Kevin Knight was absolutely brutalized throughout that matchup. Took some really hard falls. As he celebrates, he's got couple hours now to
wait a minute.
recover.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
No. And Connors! Absolutely wrecking Kevin Knight. And you want to talk about sore losers.
Oh, come on. Again, Kevin Knight is supposed to go on to compete in the finals in the main event.
Oh, come on.
Nobody beats Bullet Club. You may win, you may lose, but nobody beats the boys.
The arm trapped, and oh no, right on that championship belt. Oh God, and Knight.
No chaser and possibly no chance for Kevin Knight. Is he gonna even be able
this
to...
is disgusting. Can we censor this? Do we have any means?
No,
I know
you gotta
favored.
watch it. Open your eyes, Ian.
It's disgusting.
Live and in living color.
It's disgusting. It's heartbreaking.
It's war, Ian. It ain't pretty. Good thing there's a dog in the fight and fighting on behalf of Bullet Club.
Well, he won't be in the finals. Kevin Knight will be, Veda, and if
Hopefully, maybe.
Well, I mean, the winner of our next bout might just be declared the winner of the tournament at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to just keep an eye on the condition of Kevin Knight. I know he's gonna do everything that he can, of course, to compete in the main event, but
regardless, but to your point you made earlier, Veda, even if he does make it, he's still going to go in with a significant disadvantage because of everything, not only that this hard-hitting matchup already gave him, but that attack courtesy of Clark Connors.
Which is an absolute shame because tonight it's a celebration of the best athletes in the world, and this could have been the win, the victory that put Kevin Knight into the stratosphere.
Yeah, no, Justin, I'm okay. I'm okay, and take this with you. Clark Connors, you think it's that easy? You think it's that easy to take the Jet out? Huh? Nah, I've already established myself as one of the best juniors in the tag team division. Hey, and I'm here to show that I'm one of the best juniors in the singles division as well. And that little shit you just pulled is not gonna stop me. Because for the rest of the night, I'm taking it out on my next opponent. Akira, Speedball, whoever it may be, you'll see that I'm exactly who I say I am. And I am the Jet, and I am Too Fly, and I'm here to take over this whole division.
New Japan Pro Wrestling is hosting two of its biggest shows ever, presenting Windy City Riot on Friday, April 12th at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, and Resurgence May 11th at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. Don't miss your chance to see the stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling live. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.
NJPW Academy at the LA Dojo. Looking to start your journey or add to your existing knowledge? NJPW Academy is the place to be. There's only one place to get New Japan strong, and that's the NJPW Academy. Head to njpw1972.com for more information.
I want you for NJPW Academy.
We're not done with this tournament yet, Ian.
yeah, we are
We're
about to
moving
find out
right.
the other half of the main event.
That's right.
Don't mean to step on your lines or steal your thunder, Matt, but here comes a former Impact X Division champion, and in my opinion, one of the best Impact's ever seen.
I find it hard to disagree with you. Everything I've seen this man accomplish in the past, better part of the last 2 years or so, has been absolutely wild. Like a bird let out of a cage, making up for all kinds of lost time and setting the wrestling world on fire.
Speedball Mike Bailey. You know, Veda, we always do the disclaimer. You and Mike know each other quite well.
Hey, you're a little quiet over there.
Here and there, we've been acquainted. Just recently competed in his first tour in Japan for New Japan Pro Wrestling. That was Best of Super Juniors, and he came pretty darn close to winning. He did lose to the eventual winner, Master Wato, who we'll see later tonight.
Standing opposite Mike Bailey, a young star from Italy, one half of the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, who, in my opinion, I was there, lost those championships under what I would call duress, under undue circumstances from Bullet Club, and it's rare that I would take up for anybody from the United Empire.
I was just going to say, a little bit of a pick your poison kind of situation. But you have to imagine. You have to imagine that this young man, the first Italian-born man to win New Japan Pro Wrestling Gold, there was a little part of him, we mentioned it in the last match, that was maybe hoping hoping that the Wild Rhino would make it through to the finals so that Akira could get his hands on him on behalf of himself and TJP.
TJP, of course, who we will see here later tonight. You see Bailey in the blue corner, Akira in the red corner. Winner goes on to our main event. And you got to think now, Veda, both men might have a little extra motivation knowing that they're facing a wounded opponent in the final.
Looks like Bailey maybe extending the hand, or
respect here between two great athletes.
Code of honor adhered to. Oh, that's a reflex, I'm sorry.
well, when we talked about that's the Super Juniors, Akira and Bailey, they were in separate blocks. They didn't face each other during that tournament. Bailey does have a win, though, in the tournament over TJP. But Akira has beaten Speedball Mike Bailey in Rev Pro. It's happened before. So I don't know. There's a history
again?
here, but it looks like it's going to be contested. Oh, snatching the arm.
Yeah, it could be an evenly fought bout here as a wrist lock from Akira. He likes those leverage moves, but he is a high flyer. Likes that flipping neck breaker, running knees.
And again, kind of like what we alluded to a little bit with Clark Connors in the last matchup, somebody who's been focused a lot on tag team wrestling, now here in the singles action, doing this for himself on his own. Is that going to be a little bit of a shift of focus, shift of style, if you will?
And the wrist lock into the hammer lock, into the full Nelson snapmare takeover.
And notably, it's Akira on his feet. He attempted to throw in the towel. He attempted to call the match a partner. Akira wouldn't have it. There is no end to the amount of punishment that he can take, and Bailey, I know, is going to try to test that.
Certainly is. Look at the agility of Bailey here. Beautiful arm drag. Oh, wow, a flying arm drag.
Whoa!
Akira.
Yeah, keep in mind how our last match ended.
Yes, indeed. Shoulder tackle there. It's Mike Bailey. Of a whirlwind worldwide schedule. He's in the main event just last week in Mexico in a very prestigious title match. Nice sunset flip there. And Bailey, basement shotgun.
Let's not forget, we'd be remiss if we didn't say so many of these stars here tonight on this show. We'll also be competing tomorrow night at Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. So there's going to be a lot of action this weekend featuring New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, Irish whip there off the ropes. Swing and a miss on the double axe. No one home, and it's Akira.
Well, heavily invested, I would think, in these.
Absolutely.
Because, of course, the prize, a supply of cleaning products. Just for my own benefit, in case Speedball were to win this, like how many cleaning products are we talking? Like, do I need to clear a room?
I think you'll be good. I think the home will be spotless.
6.
The home. Oh! An open hand. Lek is a very gracious sponsor. When I was at Korakuen Hall for New Japan Strong Independence Day, they also sponsored those great events. And we needed them after the bloodbath between John Moxley and Desperado.
Bailey rolling to the other side of the ring, gets caught.
Akira just following him right in. Being here in the 2300 arena, former home of the infamous ECW. Huge for Akira, who was trained by ECW legend Tajiri. Wants to do him proud here, but Bailey shutting it down on the outside.
And we are seeing the evolution of Tajiri versus Super Crate. That is for sure, those classic bouts.
Oh, God.
Oh.
2.
So I coach soccer for Salisbury Youth Association, and I always encourage the kids to protect their shins, Beta.
Are you really comparing professional wrestling, these guys
Well,
kicking the crap out of each other, to your kid's soccer game, Ian?
Get
out of Dodge.
That's where I'm going. Amp that up by about 1 million, and that's what we just had with the shins to the stomach of Akira from Mike Bailey.
And I don't know if we'll be able to see it here in a minute on camera, though, but you saw almost the diamond plate from the rampway area in Akira's back. After
there it is.
Pressed into it, the weight of Bailey's full body just pressing him into the floor.
Yeah, that's why Akira just collapsed there.
Yeah.
You can see some of the scars of war on Mike Bailey as well. You see his chest there, that open hand palm.
Yeah, certainly busting
chop.
those blood vessels. Absolutely. Speedball right through the diaphragm, the sternum. Lateral press, 2. Good cover, it holds wrist control, 2. And Bailey right back to work. Those shins, 2, and oh!
But once again, the resilience of Akira. We cannot underestimate that.
And I appreciate Veda's impartiality in this bout. You know, really.
Well, here's the thing, Ian. I just freaking love professional wrestling. And there are many times when people like Bailey will wrestle someone who I am also a gigantic fan of. That is true in this case. I just want to see some good wrestling.
Front face lock here. That's all I was hoping for here tonight. It's already lived to that and more as we have our second semifinal match. The winner faces Kevin Knight. It's like something you'd see in the Mummers Parade.
Akira sent back down to the canvas.
And he has been all speedball the last several minutes. Akira barely able to get a word in edgewise here from a physical standpoint as these kicks keep raining down.
And that executioner style heel that Mike Bailey does has really put him in the driver's seat.
Now,
Lands on his feet, but maybe clipped the knee.
And we're gonna see here, not quite hobbling, but you can tell he's slowed down just a hair.
Picking up here.
It allows Akira wheelbarrow roll up into the double stomp.
Akira able to take advantage.
Beautiful counter there for Francesco Akira, turning around the momentum. Bought himself a little bit of breathing room. But again, we all know the gas tank is speedball. It's not going to take him too much to recover here. Akira's got to get back on his feet.
Bailey, one of the most finely conditioned athletes in the world. Akira, though, can. Oh my goodness!
In the corner there, keeping this pace up, keeping this momentum, even after taking all that punishment.
And into the corner, nobody home. Speedball Mike Bailey, waist lock, big back elbow. Blistered chests for both men show the toll. Both men are taking the flying head scissor, drives Bailey to the mat.
Around the horn, not once but twice goes Akira, and he's not done yet. Oh!
No hands! Driving all his body weight into the shoulder and chest of Bailey as both men are driven to the ground.
Akira willing to risk it all. Now he's got to get Bailey back inside.
Continuing to show the world, everyone here, why. Tonight we have some of the best junior heavyweights on the face of the planet.
Akira to the top, high cross body.
Is that enough?
2, center of the ring. Bailey able to get that right shoulder out.
Well, we've said it time and again, the faster you can end these first round matches, the more time you will have to recover and the less damage that you will incur.
It's all about that main event. That's what this is, all to get through to there, to take home the real prize. And we keep making quips about the cleaning products and all this stuff, but truly, bragging rights, an honor to win this tournament with some of the best talent in the world.
37 individuals, 22 companies represented. Only one man will leave the tournament victor. Kevin Knight awaits his opponent. Knight going through concussion protocol right now as Bailey triangle moonsault. Connects on the outside to Akira.
Fantastic shot of the mullet there. Thanks again, the cinematography here at New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I think that was an oxymoron of a sentence. There's no such thing as a good shot of a mullet.
Watch it fly.
As it will right here. Beautiful missile drop kick.
Akira sent back into the opposite corner.
Once again, finding himself on the back foot.
Uh-oh.
Akira Akira caught it.
Great catch there.
Oh, Akira though.
Back and forth, kick for kick.
Handspring.
It's caught.
Ooh, into the waiting arms of Akira. Akira with the equalizer.
Great catch, great counter, but how much did that take out of Francesco Akira?
Yeah, Akira has Mike down, but has to capitalize, and it looks like Akira is using every moment here to recover himself.
10分経過 10 minutes have passed 10 minutes.
We're at the 10-minute mark. Our announcer has informed us, and that is the game, the mental game both men have to play. The recovery game, when do you push your chips in? When do you make the move to try and put your opponent in checkmate? Do you have enough energy to get yourself across the finish line as both men onto their knees here?
Akira went down, but he's trying to shake it off. You're right about that, Ian. Best case scenario here, you're still wrestling again in the main event.
Absolutely.
And we talked about, you know, you want to get this one done as fast as possible, but nobody is half-assing this. Everybody is putting their all in each one of these matches. These two especially. This has been hard hitting since the bell.
Sweat is flying.
Chests are glistening in shades of red and purple as sweat is popping.
Hot summer nights in South Philly here.
Ooh.
Pummeling, Akira just pummeling Bailey.
And we haven't seen this level of violence since they blew up the Chicken Man down in Philly. Oh, goodness. Big time kick across the chest. It's Bailey unloading on Akira.
You get the look on the face of Mike Bailey just looks a little surprised at, again, the resiliency of Akira, but Bailey fights through, picks the leg.
Oh, God. And it's Bailey. Oh, no, at home on the double knees. Akira with an opening. Wow. Drive by. Knee to the side of the head. May have clipped the ear. The equilibrium rocked. The balance of Bailey rocked. Can Akira put his feet on the gas?
Oh, look out, look out.
Oh.
Slap right upside the face, the speedball there.
And Akira caught. Akira caught. Oh! Swings it out into the DDT.
Beautifully done by Francesco Akira there.
Oh!
Speed fire, that has to be it.
Cover two. Oh!
Speed fire, not enough to put speedball away though.
The look of shock on the face, that is oftentimes a match ender, but it's gonna take more than that.
And as Mike Bailey trying to let the crowd rally behind him, Akira looking for fireball here. No one home. No one home on fireball. Separation created. It's Bailey's swing and a miss. And whoa!
3D plunge.
Two. Got him. Oh! 2 count only. Bailey on the doorstep.
1 second away from moving on to the main event here tonight.
Oh, nice trap, beautiful trap.
Beautiful,
2,
beautiful.
Akira's going to the line. No, he's not. Just a 2 count there. Oh.
And he swipes away the kick, nails the roundhouse, and a super kick.
And Veda, here it comes. Oh.
Finally hits that windmill kick, and now
Got Akira in position, Flamingo driver locked and loaded.
And got him! Plants Akira. 2, Bailey's dancing to the finals.
He doesn't actually have to dance, right?
Well, the fancy footwork that was on display. In the home of many great NCAA tournament games, the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. When you reach the tournament, you're going dancing. And Bailey, he will see himself in that fancy footwork all the way to Kevin Knight in our main event.
catch your breath, Mike. It's gonna go a lot quicker than you think. And of course, let's not forget what happened to Kevin Knight earlier this evening as well, as he has to be prepared for that main event himself.
And we have been informed Kevin Knight has cleared concussion protocol. So Kevin Knight will be able, at least on that front, to compete. He's going through some additional testing. We will find out if Kevin Knight is fully cleared to compete in a moment's notice.
Mike Bailey, congratulations. You won your first round tournament here at the All Junior Festival, and you are heading to the main event, and you will be facing Kevin Knight. How does that feel?
Francesco Akira has more heart and passion than anyone else in the world, and I still beat him. Kevin Knight, I know all too well what Clark Connors put you through, so I hope in my heart of hearts that you are able to give me everything you've got in the finals, because I am razor sharp, I am laser focused, I am the best, I am Speedball Mike Bailey, and I will win the All-Star Junior USA Tournament.
Good luck tonight.
All right, keep up the hard work, guys. Hey, Royce, where's this one going?
Parts unknown.
Tocon Shop Global. We ship worldwide.
Why, buddy? You finished those Okada orders yet?
Yeah, with the new Team Filthy shirt, papi.
Genius. Eso, mi gente.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
Well, no more waiting. No more wondering. We get set for that main event matchup, the tournament final. Both these guys coming in here with this win, coming in with momentum. Speedball Mike Bailey once again making his presence known here in the 2300 arena.
And what a capstone it would be for Speedball Mike Bailey to defeat Kevin Knight, to win the tournament, to emerge the star.
And to cap off an incredible night of action with the best junior heavyweight wrestlers on the planet here, showing up and showing out.
And think about the variety, Veda. We saw the East-West Express and an incredible tag team.
Input to the scene. Speedo Pole.
Mike Bailey! We saw a cheesesteak ladder match, and now in succession we are seeing what should be and has the makings of a great tennis competition to crown the winner.
Bailey seems very confident. If you look at Mike's record in tournaments, even though this is a more of a mini tournament, Bailey's someone who goes the distance. He goes far. He's often in the finals of pro wrestling tournaments, but I gotta say, he doesn't always win. In fact, his record for losing in these finals is a little bit better than his record for winning. And I think that's something that Kevin Knight can maybe use to an advantage psychologically. But physically, let's see how Kevin's doing.
Well, you have to imagine, knowing the athlete that he is, the warrior that he is, and you see those taped up ribs courtesy of the Wild Rhino, Clark Connors, earlier tonight. But Kevin Knight walking in with all the gusto, all the swagger that he normally does, has every intention of fighting through that injury.
Also a target on your back or on your ribs in this case. It's someone like
Kevin Knight!
For someone like Kevin Knight, I mean, he much on his speed, on his stamina, on his hops, like you said, Matt. Injured ribs are not going to help with that.
And here's my question to that as well, and Veda, you might have some insight on this. You know, most of us know Mike Bailey to be a very, generally speaking, above-the-board, respectful, honorable competitor in the squared circle. That tape right there, it might as well be a target for most competitors. Is that something Mike Bailey takes advantage of, or does he try to work in spite of that and try to keep it more on the level?
Bailey does utilize that double move-based offense
very
that
true.
oftentimes targets the midsection. And you know, this is a main event. And regardless of the fact that I know that Kevin and Mike, they're friends, and Mike sees so much promise in Kevin Knight and enjoy working together as part of Impact, as part of New Japan. But again, this is the main event of a huge event, a huge All-Star Junior Festival. I don't know. You can't go easy on anyone, and I'm sorry to say that.
No, I think that's absolutely fair. And you see, oh, God, already.
A star will be made here tonight, the winner of the All-Star Junior Festival. Right now, it appears that Mike Bailey has a significant advantage as things kick off.
Again, you know Kevin's he's gonna will himself through as much as he can. But the mind and spirit can only overcome so much physically.
So you see Kevin Knight recoiling almost with each breath. Anytime you break a rib or pull a muscle, whether it's in your rib cage or your obliques.
That's the thing in this business, your ability to breathe. I mean, you fall, you bump down on your back, that hurts your ribs. You hit the turnbuckle, that hurts your ribs in your midsection. You hit the ropes of the ring, which happens dozens of times in a match.
And I can't blame Mike.
Look at that.
There's too much money, there's too much prestige.
Went for the brainbuster, swiping the drop kick away.
Oh, Kevin Knight trying to fight out of it, and with every movement, though, wincing, recoiling. It's Knight. Inside arm drag takeover. And
almost out of instinct there from Kevin Knight.
And he's
this is where Knight's athleticism is really going to potentially pay off for him.
Oh, but it might. He's got to trust himself, but he's also got to keep tabs. He's got to keep a running tally in his head of the movements. With each movement he has, the damage could be done. Even turning into offense. Now that was a great move, but he put those ribs right into the chest of Bailey. And so even though he may have gotten the better end of that exchange, he gave up just a little too much for my taste, Veda.
Yeah, he's now going to have to just keep riding this wave of adrenaline. Matt, you know from experience, as soon as you start to cool down, when you're injured, I mean, you just feel it so much more. And now, making it a little personal now, going for the ribs of Bailey is Kevin Knight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You just, at this point, you've committed to being here, you've committed to competing. You just got to redline it, pedal to the metal, and hope you can end this as fast as possible if you're Kevin Knight.
And there's that big splash, but it does not pay off. The knees to those ribs and those breaths having to get deeper. Oh, goodness, and I don't blame Bailey for a minute. We joked about the cheesesteaks. We had fun. This is too important. This is the main event of the All-Star Junior Festival. If you're Bailey, you got to go to the ribs. You got to go to that arm. Oh!
Launching Knight back into the guardrail. And again, as incredible as Kevin Knight has been thus far as a professional wrestler, he is still young in his career. And I think at this point, there's a lot of tendency to, go with your usual offense, go with your instincts. And I don't know that Kevin Knight necessarily has the experience or the wherewithal to reconfigure his offense in light of this injury. And now Bailey is taking advantage of that.
Just driving the arm now, expanding the field of attack. A smart move, Matt, knowing the ribs are weakened, knowing that he can fight on another front and go to that arm. There is Gekiochi-kun. And right in front of Gekiochi-kun, it's Bailey driving the ribs of Knight into the apron.
And that's the other thing, you both just illustrated it. Most of the time in this business, if you get an injury, major or minor, and you do decide to continue to compete on another day, usually it is. It's days later, weeks later, you have time to plan, how am I going to work around this? How am I going to make this work to my advantage? How can I wrestle my opponent tonight in a way that won't hurt myself further. Kevin Knight had a matter of what, 90 minutes, 2 hours at best, to try to figure out a game plan here. I don't think there was much time to do that. He's going off instant.
And that's a great point, Matt, and to Veda's earlier point. Is Kevin Knight far enough along in his career to know how to make that quick adjustment?
Well, Speedball has made some adjustments. You can see, we talked about I don't mean that in a negative way. This is just what you have to do. Kevin Knight chose to gut it out. He chose to compete in this main event, and
God.
5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes.
And really no shame on either competitor. The stakes are too big, the money's too big, the spotlight's too big. If you're Kevin Knight, I think you go as hard as you can, you redline it like you said, Matt, and you just try not to risk permanent injury. If you're Mike Bailey, you take no shame in attacking the targets because you want to win, you want the money, you want the fame, the prestige, and to continue this. Oh, God. Oh!
the money in particular would be.
Certainly would. And Bailey with a variation of a death block here.
Oh, but Kevin Knight gutting through it, trying to drag himself to the ropes, but he has to drag Speedball as well.
Long arms of Kevin Knight managed to make that possible, but now
that left arm hammerlock.
That's right.
Oh, and that right arm is gonna go for a ride.
And Matt, you can speak to this because I know that he's been utilizing it quite a bit in Impact as well. Different submissions, different arm bars, different arm submissions. That's something that Bailey has really been expanding the repertoire in terms of submissions, and it looks like that might be the game plan.
Yeah, it's very true, and doing so to great effect. And here, look at the way Kevin Knight, we know about the ribs. We've been talking about that ad nauseum. The arms have been picked apart. We saw a little bit of work on the legs. Every single body part of Kevin Knight has been targeted at some point in this matchup by Mike Bailey.
Speedball said, bring it on.
Knight trying to gut through all of it as the field of attack has been expanded. Knight delivers a shivering forearm. Gotta love the heart of Knight. Oh, goodness. Knee.
Maybe more heart than sense.
Yeah.
But hot damn if it isn't a little bit inspiring to see Kevin Knight continuing to fight through this.
And referee Taito Nakabayashi asking Knight if he has what it takes to continue here.
Bailey being very calculating and deliberate here.
Really planning his next move. He is in the driver's seat. He's fighting from the high ground. And Matt, even this block of this Irish whip, it's taking a toll on the oblique here.
Absolutely. You're stretching the shoulder, which everything is tied into one another.
Oh.
Those intercostals, those obliques, they're all based around the same core section of your body.
Springboard. Oh, he gave up the ribs, gave up the midsection to try to stunt the offense of Bailey.
I mean, at this point in the matchup, how much more damage could they get? I think it's probably what's going through the head of Kevin Knight.
And you can also see his arm is kind of cradled close to his body, which is usually a tell for some sort of injury.
I remember when I tore my rotator cuff, that's how my arm hung. But now shifting to the right arm.
Bailey's reeling.
Not afraid to strike with either arm. Ambidextrous is Knight. Ooh, frog splash clothesline. Cover here. 1, 2, forcing Bailey to use that body movement now.
I said, even to get out of that cover, you see a little smack to the ribs there from Bailey to Knight.
And after that kick out, Kevin Knight rolling away and pulling himself back to his feet. But he's just moving a little bit slower than we're used to seeing out of the jet.
And no one from there. Thrust kick to the midsection. And, oh, there's that guillotine-style kick from the heel.
Brutalizing kicks that Bailey executes so well, utilizes so perfectly.
Running shooting star gets all of it, cover. Taito with the 2 and the through.
That's bad news no matter what, but if you have injured ribs, just a full body weight crashing down on you. And again, Bailey still in control.
But here's Knight kicked out. Knight is staying in this. He is not staying down.
Buzzsaw kick, but oh, he got caught.
And Bailey almost taking sympathy now with Knight. Delivering the forearms. Every move just as deliberate. And it's Bailey front face lock as Knight. Oh no.
Smart move again, just targeting midsection and rib right here too. Good Lord.
The shoulders. Knight is just perched on that rope. And Knight's begging for mercy. Oh, and he's not gonna get it. Those knees driven through the lower spine of Kevin Knight, and that's gotta be it. Cover 2, and Mike Bailey has not yet crossed the finish line.
Kevin Knight will not say die.
But he's got to make a move, Matt. He's got to start putting his feet on the gas. He needs to show, he's showing a lot of heart. He needs to show some fire now. He needs to show some momentum. He needs to get things back on track.
Bailey again looking for the cross arm breaker, but Knight holding on. That's a roll
Bailey.
up.
It's a 2 there.
That's a good counter.
Swing and a miss. Oh, out of the way. Oh, big super kick.
Almost out of desperation there. Oh, one in response from Bailey.
Oh, all the way upstairs with a drop kick. And that may have turned out the lights for Bailey, but Knight can't make the cover.
How much has been taken out of Kevin Knight? Even his little moments, like you just said, Ian, can't jump onto the cover. Normally, that would be a desperation time to leap into a pinfall. Knight just needs these seconds to simply breathe and get back in it.
Kevin, he looked over his shoulder. He realized that Speedball is down, and what is going through his head right now, trying to just gather all the strength that he can muster. And Bailey, too fast, kicks out the arm.
Oh, and a knife edge. The open hands across the chest, the sweat popping. Oh. Off the sternum of Knight, it is Bailey looking for that flamingo driver again. If he hits it, it's over. He's won the tournament. Kevin Knight with the counter. 1, 2, Kevin Knight. And it's Knight. Separation created.
Counter again. Oh, there's that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker somehow.
And Knight creating some space, some separation, but he's got to close the gap. Looking to do so here. Big clothesline. It's Mike Bailey up on top. Kevin Knight with a big drop kick sends Bailey to the outside. Crashing hard.
This is all adrenaline from Kevin Knight. He's going to be feeling this tomorrow, but who cares if you win this whole thing? And I say this with my own personal investment in the match.
Oh! And a big inside out aerial attack from Kevin Knight as Gekiochi-kun, the mascot from Lek, who's been sponsoring this great night, looks on. The winner will receive a huge cash prize.
Full poker face on Gekiochi-kun, by the way. I don't know who they're cheering for.
They're not letting their bias come into this one at all, as these two incredible athletes.
It's caught! Oh, caught! A cross arm breaker. Knight smartly locking the fingers. The S grip prevents the cross arm breaker. Knight with the stack. And
again, Bailey though is desperate to break that grip of Knight.
Knight looking for the pin again. It's Bailey.
Look out!
Oh!
That's it. Those are broken ribs if they weren't before.
And
my
it looked
God.
to me like Knight tried to get his arm in the way to block it, but his arm is injured as well.
Absolutely.
Oh!
There's not much on Kevin Knight that's not injured right now.
Oh, that's it.
Cover to Mike Bailey. Hangs onto the arm. Cross arm breaker.
Now he's got it locked in. Kevin Knight can't grab the block.
There's nowhere to go. Knight's trapped in the center. Mike Bailey is going to walk out of Philadelphia. The tournament winner if Knight can't make a move right here.
He's got those ankles cinched as well, but all the long legs of Kevin Knight paying dividends.
Numerous opportunities for Kevin Knight to stay down, to tap out. to live to fight another day. He just keeps going.
The crowd evenly split as the courage in the heart of Kevin Knight, inspiring fans, winning new fans here in Philadelphia and certainly all over the world. As Mike Bailey sizing up Kevin Knight. Oh, God! Precision kick.
I think I saw a tooth fly.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, and Knight is in big
it.
trouble here. Looking for the Flamingo driver. Knight is trying to fight with anything and everything he's got left. Bailey up the ladder. Stunning Knight. It's Bailey.
Is that enough?
Looking to leave Philadelphia, the king of the juniors tonight.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa. Oh my God.
Knight able to shift his body and goes crashing over the top rope, taking Speedball with him, but...
Kick on 15 minutes have passed. 15 minutes.
Not exactly a traditional wrestling counter. I think Knight just literally threw his weight back, hoped it would take Bailey out of the situation, and sent them both crashing to the ground.
I don't know what happens in the event of a count out here. We have the 20 count in New Japan, but they went crashing to the floor.
Yeah, both men barely moving right now. There is breath, there is movement. And Bailey and Knight, as we approach 20.
15.
Knight is at 15, he's not back in.
16.
Forearm knocks Bailey
17.
out. Knight might win by count out. 18 into the red corner. It's Knight with a tornado.
Just throwing his body with abandon. He's able to break the count, getting in the ring there.
And that's the stage of the match we're at right now. You made an excellent observation, Matt, where Knight earlier just threw his body. He didn't care what happened in Veda. It's now Knight who just does it again, using his body as a projectile.
Yeah, I mean, just moving the official out of the way and tossing himself over the top rope. Kevin Knight's back inside. The count is back on again.
Yeah, everything from Kevin Knight, a little less pretty, a little less precise, but it's keeping him in this one.
By hook or crook, looking for that pendulum DDT.
Whoa.
Knight swing and a miss. And Bailey! Barefoot Acai moonsault.
And again, sacrificing a little bit of his own body to take out Kevin Knight. There's got to be a part of Mike Bailey that's almost a little frustrated, though, too. Coming into this thinking he could pummel the ribs of Kevin Knight for a few minutes and put this one away quick. But Kevin Knight has proven to be a lot more than I think Mike Bailey bargained for, given the situation.
6.
Tossing Knight inside, but yeah, Mike is limping and moving slowly. Heading to the top, but Kevin Knight is right there.
Knight following Bailey. In my opinion, Knight with the disadvantageous position as Bailey controls the high ground.
And Bailey just looked exasperated to see that Kevin Knight was making the climb, that he was still in this.
Almost this look of like, are you kidding me? You're still fighting this?
Oh.
And there's where Bailey has to go. It's not deep, dark, or devious. It's what he needs to do to win, because Knight is not going to stop. Knight
Look at that.
Superplex!
Oh!
Oh, but Bailey hooks the legs!
1, 2, whose shoulders were down? Whose shoulders were down there? Knight with a roll-up. 2. Could it be?
How is he doing this?
Just 2 counts there. And Bailey, springboard, code red! Code red,
Are you
2.
kidding me?
Kevin Knight, oh my goodness. 2 count only. Kevin Knight is right back in this. He's got one burst of adrenaline. He needs to close the door, cross the finish line.
Boom!
Sky high.
Oh, but he could barely make the pin
Arm breaker.
Wants to lock it in again. Knight is trying to roll through and fight it all the way.
Oh, forearm. Forearm stuns Bailey. Into the corner. Kevin Knight charging in. Big European uppercut. It's Knight creating distance, but he leaves the door wide open for Bailey.
Tornado kick connected, and now Knight is staggered, but what?
Are you kidding me? Nothing will put this young man down.
Incredible anytime from Kevin Knight. It always blows my mind, but now knowing that the ribs are rattling inside his body, went for the DDT, Bailey.
What a counter.
The armbar caught, trying to spin out of it, trapped. He's trapped. 2, 2, and 2 count only. Bailey gets 2 on Knight, back up to his feet, connects, stuns Kevin Knight. Precision kick to the jaw.
And now can Bailey finally,
Oh! Tornado kick! Stunted by the drop kick. Bailey on instinct, going to the corner. Smart veteran move to get out of the way of the pin there. But Knight's back to his feet first. It's Knight. Separation created. Knight charging. Oh, the DDT blocked once again by Bailey.
Said head over heels.
but now.
Could it be? Ultimate weapon!
Got him!
Ultimate weapon!
Oh, but Bailey wants to put an exclamation point on the sentence. Make sure he knows how resilient Knight has been. Put him away for good.
Flamingo driver! On a night when 37 of the best junior heavyweights assembled from 22 organizations from every corner of the globe, one man stands above them all. That man, in the city of brotherly love, is Speedball Mike Bailey. Congratulations to Kevin Knight for a courageous appearance in tonight's finals.
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep in mind, Kevin Knight, it's questionable. It's questionable if he even should have competed in this main event.
Sure.
And not only did he compete, he took Speedball to the absolute limit. It's not his night
give
tonight.
Kevin Knight his flowers. Give him his just desserts. He has earned every bit of it.
Oh, but hold on. We got something to give Speedball Mike Bailey.
I believe this is the chairman of the Elect Corporation. There is Gekiochi-kun, the mascot for Elect, our great sponsor here tonight. Gekiochi-kun stands tall with Mike Bailey.
Hold on a second, let me.
And the winner's prize as presented.
Do we got quantities on this? Like, do I have to clear out the trunk of my car?
Well, you will be stocked to the gills with great Lek products, courtesy of Gekiochi-kun. What a victory. And we want to thank our sponsors, Lek, for bringing 37 of the best juniors from all across the world at great cost, at their cost, at their expense, in the name of professional wrestling here tonight.
Absolutely. One of the best nights of junior heavyweight professional wrestling on the planet. Some of the best in the world.
And it was sinister, sly smile. Oh, poor Kevin Knight just reaching out for Gekiochi-kun.
Kevin Knight. I have beaten you now twice. What that means is that 2 times I was better than you. But to be completely honest, I know that won't last forever because, my friend, you are well on your way to being one of the best wrestlers in the world. So, my friend, There was a time in professional wrestling where being a junior heavyweight meant that you were less than. But now, between New Japan Pro Wrestling's junior heavyweight division and the Impact X division, I think that we have proven once again, without a doubt, that we are some of the best wrestlers in the world! And tomorrow, New Japan Pro Wrestling and Impact Wrestling will present Multiverse United. And tomorrow, I will be wrestling Trey Miguel and Leo Rush. And my partner, you know what? Hiro-kun, Hiromu Takahashi, why don't you just come out here? Come on! Come on, Hiromu! Hiromu!
May have eaten himself into a cheesesteak stupor. Let's see.
Oh, ask and you shall receive.
I honestly don't have the words to describe how excited I am to team with you tomorrow. I mean, one of the most impressive, most talented, best looking wrestlers in the world, yeah? But as much as I'm excited to team with you, I would really, really, really like to challenge for your junior heavyweight championship. So what do you say? Are we on? Of course.
Oh, I'd love to see that one.
Challenge made, challenge accepted. Tag team partners tomorrow night at Multiverse United right back here at the 2300 Arena. They stand united tonight. They, with Ochi-kun, they will stand united tomorrow.
I hope Daryl's okay with this.
We'll have some days down the road. And there's Cheeseburger. We will see Hiromu and Speedball Mike Bailey. As it appears, all 37 of tonight's athletes are ascending upon the ring.
We've been talking about it all night long. Here it's laid out for you in plain color, right on your screen. The sheer amount of talent that was in this ring in front of you.
.37 by our count of the best junior heavyweights, past, present, and future. The man that stands above them all for tonight, with Geki Ochi-kun, the winner share of the purse, Speedball Mike Bailey. And what a sight this is. Well, that's a sight for sure.
Who gave him a
But what a sight this is.
Again, from every corner of the globe, almost every promotion you can name.
And let's name them: New Japan, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, GCW, Noah, DDT, Dragon Gate, GCW, Warrior Wrestling, you name it. CMLL, AAA, they're all here.
The best of the best of the best.
And I want to thank Hiromu Takahashi for being the brainchild. I want to thank Rocky Romero for his ingenuity, some of the creative, clever matchups we saw here tonight. And we want to send a hearty congratulations to Speedball Mike Bailey for his victory here tonight. Not only did he earn himself a shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, but also a healthy supply of great leg cleaning products.
An incredible event, an incredible night. Hopefully not the last time we see the All-Star Junior Festival here in the United States of America.
When I started wrestling, it was seen as a disadvantage to be a lightweight, to be small, to be under 225 pounds. And tonight, you saw a 4-person tournament. Clark Connors, Kevin Knight, Francesco Akira, and myself. And we proved without a doubt that we are some of the best wrestlers in the world. And you got to see so many other amazing professional wrestlers from the New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Division and the X Division from Impact. Tomorrow, we're back. Multiverse United 2. New Japan and Impact Wrestling join forces. I'm super excited for my match. Fighting Trey Miguel and Leo Rush with Hiromu Takahashi as my tag team partner. But he has accepted my challenge for his Junior Heavyweight IWGP Championship. So he and I are gonna have that match. So tomorrow, sparks are gonna fly. But you know what? It's gonna be great.